this new service by Nokia that's launching. And I mean, what I said before, that Nokia is coming up with these. Nokia is really making a good push. Nokia is making a good push to bring their smartphones, the Windows phones, into the forefront. And like we were saying here on Tech Pulse, that is what they need to do in order to be able to compete in the world of smartphones. And if they're going to chip into Samsung and chip into Apple's, they're going to be able to chip into their infrastructure, definitely they're going to need to come up with feature phones, which they have done with the Nokia Lumia 928 and 920 series. They've done that. They're going to need to come up with various apps. Nokia here, you know, is a very good app that they've come up with, and they're going to have to come up with various features on their phones. And now they have teamed up with Yahoo Messaging. The Nokia Chat Beta has launched yesterday, a Yahoo-powered messaging service for all of their Windows phones. But if you're using Yahoo Messaging regularly, whether on an Android phone or anything like that, you can chat cross-platform. Nokia Chat is available was available for a while in some countries, but it was missing in others. But now you can cross-platform chat using your Nokia, or if someone has a Windows phone, you have a way, other than text messaging and stuff like that, but you have a way of this instant chat, just like with AOL messaging and things like that, and these service plans. And the service unites Nokia's own chat messaging with Yahoo Messenger and adds those push notifications and live tile updates for Windows Phone. So if you're someone who is looking to get a good smartphone, you're saying, man, Android, I don't know, everyone has an Android phone, everyone has, well, not everyone, but, Apple iPhone is big, and you want to do something different. Windows Phone is now offering enough, in my opinion, enough variety to warrant a second look. If you're looking for a good phone, especially with the Nokia Lumia 1020, that 41 megapixel beast of a phone. If you're someone who likes pictures and things like that, I mean, the closest Android phone, as we see, is about maybe 20 pixels, megapixel phone. As far as the camera goes, maybe that you might get that on like a Sony Xperia or something like that, one of those specialty Android phones. However, for the Nokia Windows Phone, Lumia 1020 coming out, a 41 megapixel phone. Man, this thing takes sharp pictures and movies. And so Nokia is now, I think, in a position to where they have a serious voice in the smartphone market. So if you're looking for that next smartphone, you're looking for something that's a little bit different, I would check out the Nokia Lumia series, because they can now offer you something that the Android phones and the Apple phones, they were the only ones that could offer this level of innovation. But now Nokia is coming up, worth that second look. Now, speaking of something that's worth a second look, O2 Trainer that we've been talking about. And I know many of you have been like, man, this guy's been talking about that O2 Trainer, but he hasn't said anything, just rambling about O2 Trainer, O2 Trainer. Well, according to a report by Geeky Gadgets, this trainer that is coming out, or that is being developed, the O2 Trainer, offers resistance training for your lungs. That's right. And we're going to show you a little picture of how this thing really looks, and what it's expected to do. And there's also a little video, because you know that these things are we got to show you a video of how this thing looks and things like that. Now, let me give you a little bit of information on it. Now, if you're looking to get even more out of your workouts, you're an athlete, or you're looking to someone that you like to get the most out of everything that you do, a new device called the O2 Trainer might be worth a little more investigation. An O2 Trainer has been specifically designed to provide a way to strengthen and increase the capacity of your lungs as you work out. So obviously this is made to be used in conjunction with working out. The O2 Trainer has been designed by Bass Rutten, who explains a little bit more about the design of the O2 trainer when he was interviewed, according to a source by Geeky Gadgets. And this product, according to him, is very personal to me. He said, I had asthma as a boy, and I remember how hard it was just to catch my breath. He was bedridden for up to a week because he couldn't get enough air into his lungs. He said it was at that time, as a sick boy, about 15 years old, that I first thought of the O2 trainer, because when I could recover from asthma attacks, I would feel the air into my lungs much more easily, and immediately he felt stronger. He goes on to say that I knew that if I could just pull great amounts of air into my lungs with ease, there's nothing I couldn't do. So now, with the help of the O2 trainer, my lung and diaphragm muscles are strong, and initially designed with athletes in mind. The O2 trainer is used by people from all walks of life. Musicians who play the horns or orchestral instruments, wind instruments, trumpets, trombones, clarinets, stuff like that, as well as opera singers. Scuba divers can benefit tremendously when using O2 trainer, he's saying, for enhanced lung training and endurance. And the O2 trainer is now available for purchase, and get this, $49. That's right, just $49, and comes with end caps to restrict your intake of wire, using a 14 millimeter down to 1 millimeter vent holes, and also we have this video that we're going to show you to watch this thing in action. For more on the O2 trainer, you want to go to the O2 trainer website for details, o2trainer.com. Head there for details if you want to learn more about this thing. But this is what we're talking about when we talk about technology, when we talk about innovation, coming out with things that are practical, things that people never really thought of, but yet could find useful. And he's saying this thing is being used by everybody who really uses wind or their lungs as a part of their living, such as musicians or singers or or scuba divers or anything like that. Now this is a picture, as you can see, of the unit. And this is a picture, of the unit right here. And right here is the video that we're going to show you. But first we gotta set that up. I should have set that up before we went ahead and showed you the actual unit, but I didn't do it. So now I'm about to do it right now. I'm going to set this bad boy up so you can see. But this is what I'm talking about when we're talking about innovation and things like that. Things coming out and just being innovative. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about things being innovative. We're talking about people using this. And it'll show you how people are using this, how people are using the O2 trainer, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and bring this thing out here. Hold on. Okay. Wait. All right, let's do this. Okay, wait. Something has gone wrong. All right, let's try this. That's what happens in the live TV situation. Sometimes things go wrong, and you're saying, "Man, I got to get this thing going quick." But don't worry, we got it fixed right here on Tech Pulse. So we're going to show you this O2 trainer, show you the video so that you too can see how this thing is working. It's available right now on the O2 trainer website. If you're interested, $50, $49.95, or just maybe $49. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, here we go. Man, Just saying, man, this guy is never going to show me this O2 trainer. Alright, here we go. Now we're talking. Just a little bit of mishap in the green room there, but we have it all worked out. Okay, here we go. There you go. That's the O2 trainer. Boom. Using it while they're working out. Using it while they're pumping. This is supposed to increase your lung function. That is supposed to be how you use it. This guy is saying that from asthma. This is the guy who developed it right there. You know, having asthma as a child, you're looking at him now. Obviously, he's saying that, you know, he doesn't have those same problems, and he's attributing it to the O2 trainer, as he's saying right here, attributing it to the O2 trainer, his workouts, his lung function. He's able to get high capacity of oxygen in his lungs. And you know, when you're working out, you need, I mean, being able to breathe obviously is not just essential. You know, you can't do any workout if you don't do that. I mean, yesterday, Dev and I were on a project at the beach, and I mean, just walking up that sand, you just had to, you were just panting for breath. You know what I'm saying? And so, if your lung function isn't good, you just couldn't even do something like that, running on sand and doing things like that. These things aren't easy. And then he is saying that this O2 trainer that he has developed right here will increase your lung function, intake and outtake as you breathe. It's kind of like if you're like a scuba diver, you know, you're used to something like that already. You know what I'm saying? Because they put those air nozzles in their mouth and stuff. Now, how this works, he's saying you just, you breathe through your mouth, you know, as normal, like you would if you were underwater or something like that. You know, that's what you do. Now, have I tried it? No. You know what I'm saying? Does it really improve your lung function? Well, I guess it'll cost you $50 to find out. But if you need your lung function improved, you know, and this guy, I mean, he doesn't look like he has any asthma now. Now, you know, there's no medical reports. This is just what he is saying. This is his claim. And does this thing work? Well, let's look at it this way. Many people didn't think Breathe Right nasal strips were anything big, but those things, I've talked to a lot of people who've actually used them, and they say that those things work. They open up your nasal passages, and you know, so sometimes the seemingly small things that may not work are things that work. So this is the O2 trainer. You want to know more, go over to the o2trainer.com. Check it out for yourself. You know, maybe you might decide that this is something you want to, you know, you want to invest in. Huh? Devin is saying that is up his alley. Now we're headed right up against a break, but coming up after the break, we're talking about the Apple iOS 7 again to offer AirPlay in your car. That's right, and also a solar power charges your device as you walk. We were just talking about, Devin was asking that last time, can't they just make the charger? Well, somebody heard you, because on Kickstarter, they are going to give it a try. All of this and more coming up on Tech Pulse. Stay tuned.